Alright, so, before we head on to the Black Talon and I show you guys the Lightside version of it, Khalil wants to talk.
Think the hottest smell is off my boots. Should've kicked in more faces while it lasted.
All that time in the swamp. Tell me you don't want to go home. Keep Nemro company.
If I get the urge to see the hut, it'll take me back. In the meantime, though, you and me against the galaxy. It's gonna be fun. All blasters and girl talk.
Something you want to gossip about?
Nah. You take the smart boys, I take the rich ones, we're all good. Let's go.
Alright, before we go over there, I apparently have some new mail. Agent, I assume that you confirmed Carol Jarvis's death. It appears that someone has taken an interest in his offspring. See forward below. So that was... This is a forward follow-up on Carol Jarvis. This is from Keeper. This is 2 Keeper from Watcher 3. Standard monitoring on Vargai Jarvis, brother of Sergil's, son of Carol's, aboard the hospital ship Anodyne, has revealed an item of interest. Vargai was recovering from his injuries in a culto tank when a mercenary team boarded the hospital vessel. The mercenaries then extracted Vargai and the culto tank. Vargai's current location is unknown. Party responsible is also unknown. Did our asset on Hutta verify Carol's execution? Carol's had means and motives to relocate his only surviving son, but I was told that he had been eliminated. Whoopsie! Mum's the word! Alright, let's hop aboard the Black Talon.
Look good.
We'll tell the captain that I'll be back on the bridge as soon as I've done his errand.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you aboard. I'm Lieutenant Silas, second in command of the Black Talon. We're your ride to Drummond Cass.
A pleasure to meet you.
Indeed. Welcome. It's not a comfortable ship, but as transports go, it does its job. On our present course, we should arrive at the capital within a day. Won't be any trouble. In the meantime, your droid's in the conference room. We picked it up with the upgrades from Geonosis. When we docked here, it mentioned your name.
Sorry, I don't know what droid you're talking about.
Oh? The machine asked for you, so I assumed you were the owner. My mistake. In any case, it seems someone wants to get in touch. The conference room is down the hall. I'll be on the bridge. And you, soldier, when you're done playing honor guard, get back to your post.
Yes, sir.
Identity confirmed. Good day. I'm Advanced Protocol Unit NRO2. My functions are diplomacy, translation, manslaughter, and calumniation. I have an urgent message for you from my master. Please stand by for delivery.
Who's your master? And how does he know I'm here?
This is Unit NRO2 to Grand Moff Kilran. You are now in contact with the Black Talon.
Well, so I am. And it seems you brought me just the person I've been looking for. My name is Rikus Kilran. I'm commander of the 5th Fleet, second to the Minister of War, and my personal favorite, the so-called Butcher of Coruscant.
I wasn't aware that the military would be contacting me, sir. It's an unexpected honor.
No need for that. Military or intelligence, we're all on the same side. 6 hours ago, the Republic engaged in an illegal border skirmish on the edges of Imperial territory. One enemy warship escaped. That warship, the Brental Star, is carrying a passenger of vital strategic importance. Yours is the only vessel placed to intercept.
How do I fit in?
I'll explain in a moment. The warship's passenger is codenamed the General. We don't know his identity, but the Republic believes he possesses military secrets, our military secrets. I trust the reports. The General must be captured or killed. Captain Orzik, the man commanding your transport, doesn't share my enthusiasm. He's disobeyed my orders to attack. Feel free to show him what the Empire does to cowards. Then commandeer his ship, find the Brental Star, and deal with the General.
Right now, I'm more interested in getting to Drummond Cars.
Oh, Agent, I may not serve the Minister of Intelligence, but I'm sure he'd agree that the military needs you now. The General will be dead or in custody by day's end. If he's not, I assure you, your ship will never reach port.
I will lead the way to the bridge. Once Captain Orsic is deposed and our hijacking is complete, we may proceed to the Brental Star. Excellent. Then I will proceed.
I like that he has unique dialogue for that last choice there,
immediately.
based on what your class is.
Halt! This is a restricted area. Captain Orzik's command. You'll have to leave immediately.
I suggest you back off before someone gets hurt.
I'm afraid I can't do that. This is the command deck entry hatch. No one's allowed in until we reach our destination.
Time is limited. We must proceed to the bridge immediately.
Our orders were to treat any approach as an attack. You need to take your droid and move it.
I'm stepping away. There's no need to be nervous.
Our window to intercept the Brental Star is rapidly closing. Engaging expediency measures.
Blasters out! Attack! Attack!
We must proceed to the bridge immediately.
I didn't want to. Nope. I couldn't get around him to do the backstab there.
If you are concerned about the loss of life, I assure you, the deaths of all injured crew members will be strategically insignificant.
It's like what I said about in the video of the dark side version of this. The comparison of we treat the troops here in the same way Frieza does. Like, oh, it's okay. We've gotten more of those back home. We're not losing anything important.
You and me? Getting good.
Okay, now to do the alternate version of this.
All Marines have been neutralized. Scanning for additional threats.
What's going on? Sir? Stay calm, Ensign. Everyone stay calm.
No threats found. The bridge is now secure.
Call the medbay. I want help for the injured, now.
Acknowledged. Medical assistance will be properly rendered.
I do appreciate that. I'm Captain Revenant Orzik. I'm pretty sure I know what this is about. For the record, I take complete responsibility for my actions.
I understand, Captain. If nothing else, that should make it easier on the crew.
I'm glad it's worth something. You're here because of the Moth, aren't you? You must want the Bental Star's passenger pretty badly. Or maybe he just hates me. The Black Talon would be destroyed chasing a battleship. I've fought in the war before and I'll fight again, but I don't do suicide missions.
I'm not looking to make a martyr of anyone. We can complete this mission and survive.
I expect you believe that. I see it differently. Listen to me. You've managed to hijack one ship, and that's certainly impressive. But taking on the Bental Star is something else altogether. I might be able to get us close, but then you'd have to board it, fight an army of Republic soldiers, and somehow find the general. It's unacceptable.
We don't have a choice. Those were Moff Kilrin's instructions. So if we're going to survive, we need to work together.
I see. You're as much a victim here as I am, aren't you? Damn Kilran and his fleet. All right. I'm not ready to be branded a traitor just yet. We'll get the general. I'm not sure how, but we'll get him.
This is the right thing to do.
I'll do my best to remember that.
Downloading new orders to all bridge consoles. Priority 1. Intercept the Bental Star.
You heard the droid, everyone. Prepare to jump to light speed.
Emerging from hyperspace now. One Thranta-class warship on the scanners. Powering up...
Enemy is firing. Turbo lasers, missiles, and what looks like transport pods. I'm not sure.
Evasive maneuvers. Keep the pods at distance. They look harmless, but they'll latch onto the hull and cut at us with sabotage droids.
Evasive maneuvers. Aye, sir.
Sir, 3 shuttles on an intercept course.
An assault party. We don't have sufficient defenses to keep them from landing.
What do you suggest we do?
Once those vessels make it to the shuttle bay, Republic troops will swarm the Black Talon.
Imperial security forces may be insufficient to contain the enemy boarding party.
The droid's right. Once we're engaged in corridor-to-corridor fighting, we'll never get back on the offensive. If you can get to the shuttle bay and deal with the Republic troops, we can handle things up here. Otherwise, I don't know what happens.
Quite different compared to when we did this dark side, right?
Warning. Secondary power systems damaged. Non-essential systems may be inoperable.
In fact, we're going to a different place. Yeah, we're actually going to what looks... Actually, we're going a different direction here.
Incoming shuttle!
Yeah, we're actually going to a different area.
You and me, we're getting good.
So we can't get through here, so we have to go around this way. But see what I mean? The fact that we already made a different choice is actually sending us to a different area is an example of what I'm talking about. And it's not the only difference.
You and me, getting good.
Just run up and knife him. Alright, 3 more. And looks like those are the main guys of the boarding party. Let's go ahead and clear these out first, though. May as well clean house, right?
Getting good.
Alright. Notice all the culto stations here.
You never should have attacked us! You never should have attacked us!
Imperial arrogance knows no bounds. I've beaten worse than you.
This is the captain. If you can hear this, we need you on the bridge.
Okay. Boy, isn't heroic moment nice?
Rise and shine.
You know what's also, kind of plays into what's going on here? I think that may have been a slightly harder fight than the droid fight we have if we do this dark side, because that was a council fight. But then again, that makes sense. Usually, if you make light side choices, you end up having to do more. Like, the gameplay ends up being a little bit more difficult, because you have to actually go out of your way to do other things. Do more. Compared to dark side, where I would say you have some other things that are a little bit easier.
Damage reports from all decks. We're holding together, sir, but I don't know for how long.
Make it last, Ensign. Don't let us down.
Please stand alert. Grand Moff Gilran's representative has returned.
I see you took care of the Republic assault. Welcome back to the bridge.
Thank you, Captain.
We've survived the first wave of attacks on the Brental Star. Things will be calm until we enter fighter range. Another minute, maybe 2.
Transmission coming in. Long range. It's a message, but it's not from the Brental Star.
By the way, do you notice how much Khalil keeps disapproving of me being very dutiful? A very dutiful Imperial agent?
Put it through, Ensign.
This is Jedi Grandmaster Satil Shan hailing unidentified Imperial vessel. I'm en route to your location with 16 Republic vessels. I'm asking you to retreat before more lives are lost.
A pleasure to meet you.
I'm glad to hear a voice of reason. Let us end this conflict together. The Brental Star is under my protection. Our convoy was ambushed and I sent the star ahead. We will reunite. I just crippled 3 Imperial dreadnoughts. I don't wish to destroy you. The peace between Republic and Empire is fragile enough already.
Tell the Brental Star to hand over the General. No one needs to be hurt.
The General has a role to play with the Republic. Incidents like this are happening across the galaxy, but only because we let them. Leave the Brental Star to me. If you don't, then may the Force be with you. Because the men and women aboard that ship can hold you off until we arrive. And you will be defeated.
We'll see about that. End transmission.
Affirmative. Ending transmission.
Entering fighter range. The Brental Star is launching its first squadron.
It's time for us to do the same. I assume you'll be leading the boarding party to go after the General?
Whatever's necessary to finish this.
There's one other thing. I promised you my help, so I brought you some supplies from the cargo bay. Someone on Drummond Cass may be disappointed when they don't receive the delivery, but I thought our situation took precedence.
I'm impressed, all right.
Thank you. We're all doing our best here.
I advise that you proceed to the shuttle bay. The flight to the Brental Star may be hazardous, but Grand Moff Kilran has complete faith in your abilities.
I'm looking around to see where are these supplies that he's talking about. I'm like, okay, you brought me supplies, where are they?
Care to browse our inventory? Thank you for your patronage.
But that's supposed to be one of the differences here, is that because you let him live, he provides supplies for you to help with the mission. Or, let me say that again. He provides you supplies to help you with your mission. Whereas obviously you don't get that if he's dead.
Make me look good.
Try to get close to him and he just knocks me back. Flashbang!
ugly.
So that's what backstab looks like.
This is Protocol Unit NRO2. I hope you're receiving this message clearly, and that your flight was free of incident. Please hold for Security Coordinator Ensign Brukhara.
The Marines are on their way. They'll follow you in and hold each junction you secure. Try not to take too long. We're not a military ship. What you have is all you're getting.
I appreciate the warning.
I have been scanning the Brental Star's communications, and security forces appear to be moving to protect the escape pods. It is extremely likely that the crew is attempting to evacuate the General. You must retrieve or eliminate him before he escapes.
Consider it done.
Excellent news. I will be in contact if the situation changes. Proceed to assault all defense points between you and the target.
Now the rest of this is basically the same as it is in the Darkside version. Basically until we get to the point where we can decide the fate of the General. Then that's where, you know, we can be able to do things a little different. And then what happens after that, because remember, in the Darkside version that I did, everybody killed themselves out of panic. However, that's not really going to be the case here this time, is it? Boy, the more... It's so clear that they encourage you to get a little close. When I played the Sniper, it was definitely long range, obviously, because you're a sniper. But the Operative is definitely much more so, like, feel free to go, you know, go in there and get a little closer, so that way you can be able to take advantage of your melee abilities.
Want some of this?
Little more close range abilities here.
You're speaking to a Special Forces commander, Meat. Show some respect. So, you think you're tough meat? Ha! Part of me was hoping you'd try to board this ship.
Alright, now we can deal with this guy.
SWTOR! Attack! For the Republic!
He's basically ignoring all my crowd control stuff.
You and me, we're getting good.
I love that for the agent. Just kind of pulling up a database and going through it.
You and me? Getting good.
But I'll tell you what, I'm missing some strong AoE from the other classes. Like, when I did this on Inquisitor and Bounty Hunter, I was able to just kind of cruise through it because of the amount of really fun AoE damage I could do. But here on the Operative, I'm feeling something left to be desired. Get this back before taking on this guy here. We go. There we go. What I love about the orbital strike is there are times where I do that and I'm about to, you know, quote Tarkin. You may have been ready. You may fire when ready.
You want some of this?
Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to have this for this upcoming fight against the Jedi, but whatever. By the way, remember how my warrior used the Force to shove the door open? Well, the Inquisitor used Force lightning to blast the door open. My bounty hunter used the rocket launcher on her, mounted on her wrist, to just blast it open. Watch how the Inquisitor opens the door. Or not, sorry, the Inquisitor. Watch how the Imperial Agent then opens the door.
The escape pods aren't far now. You can make it on your own, General.
And what about you?
I will face my destiny. Go now, my friend.
Ingenuity.
Halt where you are. I am Yadira Ban, Padawan of the Jedi Order. I was sent to protect the General, and you will not pass.
Surrender. Give me what I want, and your ship can survive.
I cannot accept that. A Jedi does not surrender the innocent into the hands of evil. But I intend to drive you back, meter by meter if need be, just as the Republic pushed the Sith Empire into the dark of the galaxy.
Then there's no way we can settle this peacefully?
No. Not anymore, I fear.
You are an idiot.
You may run, or you may stand your ground, but you'll go no farther. You aren't going to win this. I swear it.
I just realized I don't have the combat droid. Why don't I have the combat droid?
You aren't going to win this. I swear it.
I must be out of combat. That's funny. I just realized I did this without the combat droid the entire time. I mean, if that doesn't give you an idea of how much they've made this relatively easier to solo, I don't know what does. Some of you, I bet, were going, you don't have the combat droid! I didn't even realize it. I wasn't even thinking about that. I just assumed it got summoned before I did that conversation at the beginning, but I must have interrupted it showing up. But whatever. Because I will effectively just go through this without even needing it.
Come on out, I'll show you my gun.
Alright. Alright, now let's get him out here. I didn't even think about it. I'm laughing at myself, realizing, not even noticing that something was missing. Didn't even think about it.
You can put aside your weapons. I won't try to run. Besides, I doubt I'd make it to an escape pod without my intestines spilling out.
How did you get injured?
Unlucky. Caught in your ship's attack. I'm told the wounds aren't fatal, but that doesn't help the pain. I was a general in the Imperial military service. Did they tell you that when they sent you here? Did they even know?
Why would you betray the Empire?
If you knew what I knew, you'd understand. If you'd heard what both sides are plotting, you wouldn't be eager to restart this war. They're building doomsday weapons, shields that envelop planets, missiles that darken suns. Republic and Empire are planning to raise worlds, annihilate civilizations. It will be unlike anything the galaxy's seen since the Great Hyperspace War. And it's too late to stop it. The so-called peace is already lost.
If that's true, why defect to the Republic?
There's no place for me in the Empire anymore. I thought my last act might be to even the odds, create a stalemate. It doesn't seem to matter anymore. You have me then. Me, my stomach full of blood, and my implant full of cybernetic secrets and stolen plans. What will you do?
I'm going to bring you to my ship. From there, you'll be transported to Drummond Cars and taken into Imperial custody.
Where I'll be tortured or executed, or at best, placed in a cell for the rest of my life. Still, there's nowhere in the galaxy where I could truly hide. I will follow you.
So yeah, the Lightside, quote-unquote, good choice here is to take him prisoner where, like he said, he'll more than likely be tortured or put in a cell for the rest of his life. I know some people that choose the dark side option of killing him just as a mercy, to spare him of that. Like, there's, like I've said this before, there sometimes feels like there's a disconnect between BioWare and the players as to what is considered good or bad, you know?
Captain Orzik here. I understand you're on your way back. I assume congratulations are in order. Our Marines have been recalled to the Black Talon. As soon as you're aboard, we'll jump to lightspeed. Republic reinforcements could arrive at any minute.
Prepare a holding cell. I'm bringing a prisoner.
The General? I'm sure the droid and Grand Moff Kilran would be pleased to have him alive. I'll see you on the bridge. Congratulations again. Orzik out.
Feels so different, doesn't it, compared to when we did this dark side and everybody died? Mainly out of fear that you were going to do the same thing to them. But if we spare the captain, oh, look, everyone lives. But yeah, you've probably noticed that Kaleo has been disapproving a lot of my choices here. She's definitely much more into dark side stuff. So if you're playing a dark side agent, yeah, Kaleo will be right with you.
You and me, we're getting good.
Well, the heroes of the day return.
Welcome back, sir.
My men will take the General to the brig. Congratulations. I never expected the mission to go off this cleanly.
I'm glad you're so excited.
What's not to be pleased about? You spared my life, and we eliminated an enemy of the Empire.
Grand Moff Kilran is eagerly awaiting your report. Should I put him through?
It's your command again. Make the call.
Put the Grand Moff through.
Opening channel now.
Well, how fortunate I could reach my friends aboard the Black Talon. The droid's been keeping me appraised of your work, but I very much wanted to hear from you. How did the attack go?
There was a lot of bloodshed today, Kilran. I hope it was worth it.
Oh, I'm quite certain it was. Blood is cheap, after all. You should be proud. This is only one of the many operations we're conducting across the galaxy. It's a new beginning to the war. The General was one of the greatest weapons the Republic had. A defector. And you've snatched him from enemy hands. I'll remember this, and I'll make sure you're rewarded.
That one line he said, to me, is a nice way to help describe Kilran. Blood is cheap, after all. If that line doesn't help kind of get across the type of person that Kilrin is, I don't know what will.
I'm glad I could assist, sir.
So dutiful. I wish I had more soldiers with your attitude, but my words hardly matter. Soon you'll be joining us on the homeworld, and you can see for yourself what you've been fighting for. It should be inspiring. Enjoy the rest of your journey. Kilrin out.
So, whereas we got the Merciless title for doing the dark side version of this, we instead get the Stalwart title for this. To Drummond Koss, yep.
Rise and shine.
Alright, let's check in, shall we?
You and me, we're getting good. Surprises me how clean you people keep your spaceports. If this were Hutta, I'd be scraping alien gunk off my boots. Of course, if this were Hutta, I couldn't be thrown into prison for spitting the wrong way. So come on, Agent. You're going to welcome me here to the Imperial homeworld?
Welcome to Drummond Koss, Cleo.
So glad you said it. I was starting to feel like I wouldn't fit in. Anyway, let's head down to the city. Keeper wanted us to see the Citadel. I'm guessing it won't be hard to find.
Don't worry. This should be fun.
Now let's go meet your bosses. Nice jungle. You people got a freaky world. They ready for us?
Destination? Enjoy your stay.
You know what, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and cut it off here. I'm just going to go ahead and make my way to Koss City, which will then direct us to go to the headquarters for Imperial Intelligence. And, you know, let's just say I'm about to send this character to the cantina to sit for a little bit. Until the next part, when I decide to record the next part for this run. So, when we return, we will be heading to the headquarters of Imperial Intelligence. I'll just wait until there's not a moving screen here. Alright. Stay tuned.
You and me, we're getting good.